guys, Bob here. I'm here today to tell you about my new rig that I've built, my computer. It's the first one I've ever built. I have been gaming for quite a few years now, probably since I was about maybe 6. I had my first console, which my father bought me. Obviously he was always away at the army, so he's never home. So anyway, I got a console. I think it was the Atari 2600, solid machine, Pac-Man for the win. Anyway, from there obviously I went to Sega, PlayStation, so on and so forth, ended up with a PC. I've been gaming, obviously, like I said, since 6. Probably the game I've played most, probably Warcraft. I met some great people on there, even some local guys here. Johnstone Brothers, 3 of them which are here. They've helped me through the years with my computers, so I've never really had to build my own. So I finished building my own one by myself, Han Solo. Like I'm doing this video today, Han Solo as well by myself, so the camera may move around a wee bit, or be up and down a wee bit, so yeah, it's not going to be like a perfect video, but yeah, so today the outcome is to show you my complete build of my rig. Nearly finished, not quite. I'll show you what I need done, what I wanted to do, what I wasn't able to do, and what I have done obviously. I'm also going to show you where my computer room is relative to where the house is, because it's not really attached to the house, attached to the side of the garage. So I'm going to quickly show you a road view, probably walk up the driveway of course, and show you the inside quickly of my computer room, because when I look at other people's unboxings and reviewings of stuff, I really want to see where they're at, you know. I really want to have a look at their computer room. And I did think about cleaning it up from when I was building my computer, because I've still got a lot of crap everywhere from doing it. I thought, bugger it, you know, this is what it really looks like when I was building my computer. I did mod the computer a little bit, do a few bits and pieces, and I'll explain that as I show you around the computer. Yeah, cool. Hey guys, obviously back again. So this is the outside of the house. This is you guys basically looking out to the road from my driveway. I'm going to grab yous, turn you 180, I'm going to walk up the drive into the computer room. Okay, hang on, here we go. Okay, so this is the outside of my house, and obviously you're going to say something about my letterbox. Yeah, obviously I live at 224, for those who want to know, it's 224, none of your fucking business. PM me if you actually want to know, but yeah. So, this is the outside of the house. Obviously there's the beamer that we're doing up, work in progress. It's my car over here is obviously Mary's with her my mate's number plate, like that. And here's my work vehicle. There's the front door, hopefully you can see it. Garage straight ahead at the back. Also have a truck, but my daughter's got it for, she uses it to tow the stock car. And there's a door, obviously, into the computer room, which is to the side of the garage. Here's the backyard. There's a slight door off one of the rooms. Washing. Like one of the kids' tents, and pig cage tramp, blah blah blah. Right, in this computer room, let's see how the shading goes. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so this is my computer room where I come. Obviously, there is where I sit, desk, and there's all the crap I've got from when I was building it. Bookcase on the wall. Posters, hey ladies, what's up? Bit of a couch down here. Light switch, just posters and crap everywhere. Cool. Alright, I'm going to switch it off, start again, and we'll look at my rig. Okay guys, back again. And this is my rig. She's a Cooler Master Storm Striker. That's what the case is. Doesn't come with all the perspex on the outside, as you get, well, as you see. That was a mod I did. Let's see if we can get some close-ups of the perspex I've cut. I cut them into the same shape as the mesh. Obviously on the side here, on the front, obviously on the side and the tops, which are just up here, obviously. Also cut her a new side window, tinted one, out of grey smoke. Her original one is just over there sitting on the couch, which I did not find aesthetically appealing at all, hence I got all the tinting. So yeah, that took me a while to cut up into the right shape. I still have to polish the edges yet because I cut them with a jigsaw, and it does a rough saw. I have done, I don't know if you can see, but I have done this side. It's fairly glass, so I just got to do the rest of them. And if you're wondering why I have them stepped out instead of actually flush up against the mesh there, I basically did that because the fans need to suck in air, and obviously if I stick them right to the mesh they can't suck in air, or it restricts them quite a lot. Also up the top is where all the air gets exhausted, because I've got this water cooled and the radiator sits up here, and the static air fans under here obviously need to exhaust the air out, and actually that's where they come out, hence these are stepped out. I have fans in the front here, 2 of them. They need to suck air in. I have one underneath, and the one at the back also sucks in. I'm going for a positive air feed. That means there's more air getting sucked in than getting pushed out. Basically that stops all the dust getting in there, or a large amount of it, and it gives a lot of feed for the radiator fans. If the water decides to get hot and it needs to really cool itself, it just cranks itself up, and yeah, it's got a lot of air feed there that it can draw on from the bottom, from the sides. I do plan to put a couple of white fans here to match the front, and a couple of white fans here to match the front as well, and you'll see that when I turn the lights on and show you what it's like, obviously with these lights off and with the computer lights on. So yeah, so what did I mod? Obviously I modded the perspex, which doesn't come with it. I had to mod this handle because while this is a water cooling case, which it said it was, the fans for it, the static air fans, weren't supposed to go on top. It didn't allow for the fans to go on top, and so the actual back foot of this handle here was actually in the way, and me and a friend of mine, Ian, had to modify it, and obviously we had to get it right, otherwise this top bezel case here wouldn't fit on, wouldn't line up, and wouldn't click in. So that took a bit of modding, a bit of measuring. Yeah, it took us a while. Perspex took us a while. I had to use the tools here obviously to cut some holes in the back, which you won't see obviously because this is where all the wiring goes, so I can get a nice clean aesthetic look from the front, from the window side. They wouldn't fit up behind the motherboard because it's got an armour coating on it, an armour plating on the ROG motherboard, so I had to actually cut holes and yeah, get them to run up the back there. I put braiding on the lines. I've still got braiding to finish. That took a while. Oh, that was a pain in the ass. What else did I mod on it? I had to re-drill the holes because the reservoir for the water cooling's up here, plus obviously my optical drive, Blu-ray drive, and I don't like them sticking out. I don't like seeing them, so I had to re-drill the holes and seat everything back, basically so you can see them. And yeah, obviously put this on for aesthetic looks as well. What else did I mod? And I think that might be about it. Hopefully. At the back here, oh you might, obviously it's just standard. Probably wondering what this is. This is just her Wi-Fi. It's magnetic, so it can just sit anywhere. I haven't really put it anywhere yet. It can also lay flat if I can get it to turn, and she can just obviously sit anywhere you like. That's magnetic. I did have plans of putting it underneath here, but obviously the fans got in the way, and at the front here, well, all these control systems obviously got in the way also. So I might sort of maybe put it inside somewhere. I do get a wireless connection from out here, from inside. It's actually pretty fast, surprisingly, not as slow as you think. So yeah, I might give you a night view from the outside, basically with your lights on. She isn't well lit up yet. Like I say, I still got to get the light fans for the sides here. What else do I have to do on the outside? Also, I have to put a bit of perspex in here. Actually didn't come with anything, surprisingly, but you know, because I don't know if you guys can actually see, but you can see one of our Corsair Pro Silent fans here. Yeah, I'll give you a show what she looks like at night, and then we'll jump on the inside, I think. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at her. Lights obviously on. I'll have to crank her up. She does have two different buttons, obviously, for the lights at the moment, as you're about to see. I haven't connected them up yet, but I do plan to. So when I turn the fan lights on, all the lights come on. Also, I did forget to mention, obviously, the symbol here is obviously the big power button. We have our fan controller speed here, left and right. You can't really see, obviously, in the dark. And there's one in the middle, which is for the lights, for the fans. It turns on, turns off, and there's a light at the back for the light cable for the side window. But yeah, I'm going to connect those up later. Right, let's get this panel off and have a look inside, eh? Alright guys, here we are. We've got the side panel off. It's just obviously sitting over to the left over there. Let's go ahead and have a look inside. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so the motherboard itself is an Asus Maximus 6 formula. There is one better, the Asus Extreme. That's more for overclockers. This one here is mainly made for gamers. The old formula, yep. I coupled that with a CPU and behind this water block here. i7 for 770K, overclockable. This motherboard here is good for overclocking as well. Obviously doesn't come with the ROG external panel, like it does with the Extreme. But again, everything can be coupled with the BIOS real easy, can be got in there, and I can overclock that CPU, the 4770K if I wanted to. At the moment I've got it running at 3.9K. Yeah, at 3.9. They can overclock to anything up to 4.8 if you're lucky. It's just a pick of the bunch really, just luck of the draw if you get one that can overclock that high or if it can't. I haven't tried cranking this up yet because I've only not long got it together. But yeah, we'll give it a go later. So obvious things, obviously you can see the water cooling here. XSPC kit, XSPC obviously come with everything except the fluid. I had to buy the fluid separately. The radiator up top here, come with that. The fans sit on top of that. The static air fans to draw air through. It's a reservoir which holds all the water. It's hidden behind here, above the optical drive here. Like I said, I had to re-drill the holes on the side here to sit them back because I didn't want them poking out. I didn't want to be able to see them. I wanted it to look aesthetically better. So yeah, I had to re-drill the holes and they're all sitting back here. Reservoir up top, optical drive down the bottom. What else we got? 2x16 gigabyte RAM. HyperX Beast, Kingston. What else we got? Obviously the GTX 780. Direct 2 by Asus. I got that with a backing plate. I did get it for a colour match, but looking at it now, it's pretty solid. Try to get it for a colour match because you can only see the colour underneath, and you don't really see that through the window. This little chipboard down here controls the lights that you see around the outside. This here does absolutely fucking nothing, but it looks cool sitting there. We have the B1000 power supply to help with my overclocking. I did plan on having 2 cards, plus a lot more water cooling to go with it, obviously to run through the 2 cards, but we're going to Aussie soon, had to save for that, so that got the scratch, and this, what you see here is basically what I had to deal with the budget I had. Good thing about this though, it does couple with the i7-4770 Haswell chip, for C6, C7 states, for low power states. For those who don't know about it, don't worry about it. For those who do, but it's basically a good match for low power states. Like I said, I did braiding. I braided most of the wires. These Molex ones here, the actual braiding kit didn't fit over these, so I'm waiting for some more to arrive so I can actually finish the braiding. Like I said, I did use a Dremel to cut holes at the back here, so this wiring here can actually slip under and underneath to give it a nice clean look. If you can see that. These skulls on out here, again, just aesthetics. They do about as much work as the wee model car over here. Absolutely nothing. They're actually valve covers for wheels of a car, but we drilled them out and put them on there just for looks. What else we got in here? We got the 3TB HDD drive up here, Western Digital Green, I think, if I can remember correctly. We have 2 SDs here, solid state drives, 250 gigs each. I was planning on running RAID 0, but to be honest, I'm just going to bottleneck somewhere anyway, and they run fast enough separately. I've got games on one, I've got the operating system on the other, and I'm actually starting to run out of space on the games on, surprise, surprise. I think that's about it, really. Yeah. That's inside. Oh, peripherals. We'll go have a look at the peripherals, eh? Also bought new peripherals to go with it, which are over here. The Logitech G930s. They're quite old now. They've been around maybe a year or 2. The wireless. Yeah, you can hot these keys to anything you like. I've got them for volume up and down at the moment. No, I haven't. I've got them for music. Forward and back, yes I have, and stop and pause. Got a volume button here, mute button. That's quite good. It mutes itself off. The mic does when you have it in the up position, goes down. These swivel. Oh, fantastic things, honestly, they're great. Comfortable. Memory gel up top. Unfortunately, the only thing is they're not memory gel on the side, which would be nice if they would. Balkan TE edition, Tournament edition, N52. Had that for ages, obviously, because you can see it's starting to wear on the numbers here. I don't think they make those anymore. I think Razer bought them out, maybe. There's a dongle for the wireless headset that I just showed you before, the G930. And this is my G19S with the wee LCD screen that goes. And to be honest, I'm over the LCD screen. Yeah, if I was to buy another one, I wouldn't have one on it. This is, well, I don't use it, and it's just a waste of extra money, really, to be honest. Nice macro keys, nice colour, nice feel. Doesn't mark at all. Doesn't get your fingerprints all over it. Really good. And I coupled that obviously with the MMO mouse that you can buy for the multi-button. Logitech as well. Logitech Belkin. Also run the Logitech 5.1 and as well as a home stereo system, which you can see just over here. Yeah, 7.1. Yeah, and that's about it. It's about my build. Oh, and the most important thing of gaming, the most important thing, coffee cup. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was basically my build. Not my dream build. What was my dream build? Obviously the twin cards, a different water cooling setup. I would have had the T-Virus reservoir down here, power bits, cornerings. I would have easily cost me probably double. Water cooling cards, yeah, would have had things a bit different, but you know, I'm happy with that. I'm going to plan to overclock it. I'm not sure what I'm going to get out of it. Very happy with the build. What's it cost me so far? Well, it's none of your business, that's my secret. Anyway, I did have a budget of $1,600. Blew that out the window in the first about 3 or 4 buys. I do plan to build another one, probably with a mini ATX. Something a bit smaller. This one, as she sits here, her heavy ass weighs in at about 30 kgs. The rig's name is Fade, F-A-D-E. That's what I've named her. Yeah, she weighs a heavy 30 kgs, and hate to think what she would have weighed if I had really not be going to Aussie and bought all the crap I was gonna, you know, extra card, extra water, reservoirs, blah blah blah. Anyway, this is my build. Yeah. See you guys later.